بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Again, this is mejelle أحكام عدلية class. I appreciate your attendance. May Allah bless you, reward you. Accept your ibadat, your ta'at, your du'as. Forgive your sins. Make you among shuhada, among عباده المخلصين, among أولياء الله الذين لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Okay. Four 63. 463. Article 463. Actually, we are in Bab Salis. Bab Salis. Third Bab, which is rules, ahkam, ujrat. Ujrata muta'alliq ahkam, related with ujrat. Ahkam related with ujrat. Ahkam or masail. The text says masail. Let me change into masail. Masail, plural of mas'ala. Oh, seems this is not dry yet. Masail. Yes, there was one here. We will use that one because this is still not dry yet. Let me write here Masail. Plural of mas'ala. Then this is fasl awwal. First fasl awwal. Fasli awwal. Bedeli ijare. This is, the title is Bedel, substitute of ijara. Bedeli ijara. Bedel for ijara. Yani money, price, rental, rent amount of the ijara. Article is 463. Article reads, Bey'da semen olmağa salih olan şey icarede de bedel olmağa salih olduğu gibi semen olmağa salih olmayan şeyler dahi bedeli icare olabilir. I think all words we know. Bey'da, bey', buying and selling. Buy and selling contract. Transaction. Bey'de semen olmaya salih olan şeyler. Anything which is good to be bedel in bey', buying and selling, icarede de bedel olmaya salih. It is bedel, good for being bedel in ijare. whatever is good for being badal in bay' and shira, same thing is good being badal for ijara too. As that is this came, semenul masalih olmayan şeyler, some of the things which are not semen cannot be good for semen in bay' and shira, dahi bedeli icarede olabilir. It is possible that in ijara could be badal, could not be badal in bay', but could be badal in ijara. So in ijara, badal covers things which are badal in bay' and shira, also some of the things which cannot be saman, badal saman in bay' and shira, could be salih, good for the badal in ijar. Now, let us remember, in bay' and shira, one side is stuff, other side salt, other side money. We are not speaking about exchanging things. Exchanging things. We are not speaking about that. We are speaking about buying and selling. So, but in the case of ijar and istijar, something which could not be badal in bay' and shira could be badal in ijar. The book says, for example, one can do istijar, a garden, from someone, giving horse to be used by that person. Or somebody can rent, lease for himself a garden, but allows the other person to stay in the home belongs to him. So in ijar, istijar, badal could be different. English, a thing which is good to make the consideration in a sale, bay', is good for the consideration in hire. A thing which is not a good consideration in sale can be good for consideration in a contract of hire. Of course, I have a problem with this hire, which is lacking in this English translation done century before. Also, consideration. I mean, it is something used, but really here, the text says anything which could be saman, good for to be saman in bay and shira could be good for being badal in ijar as things which is not good for being badal in bay also could be badal in ijara. I mean, this is the English broken in my word, needs to be reformulated and reformatted and put into a new English translation, I believe, by future generation. Okay.
Saman and badal are the same. Saman and badal are exactly.
Yeah, saman is price, money. Saman mentioned in Quran. Badal is substitute. I mean, something which takes place. It is badal is bigger here, bigger. Covers saman is badal, but beyond saman, for example, animal is not a saman. Staying in house is not a saman, but it is badal. Badal, which just equivalent to other thing. That is badalum min, mubdalum min. Article 464. بدل إجارة نقد إسا ثمن مبيع gibi miktarını tayin ile malum olur. All words are known. Naqd means cash. I believe this is known by you. Naqd. Cash, money. So, 464. Bedeli icare naqd ise. If bedeli icare is naqd, money, cash, semeni mebi gibi, as it is saman in mabi', sold materials, saman, money, miktarını tayin ile malum olur. It could be known by fixing the amount, by establishing the amount, because it is money. So, if bedeli ijare is naqd, how that could be known? By two parties. The amount, when amount is fixed, these many dollars, these many Turkish liras, these many pounds, that is clear enough. As saman in Nabiya situation is, same thing. So, how that could be known? How the amount could be known? This could be known by fixing the amount. When amount is fixed, that nobody must say later on, I did not know what amount it was or something. Nobody. بدل إجارة نقدسة ثمن مبيك بمقدار تعيين له معلوم ضرور. .464 English. If the consideration of a letting is cash, it is known by fixing its quantity, like the price of a thing sold. Once more, if the consideration for a letting is cash, it is known by fixing its quantity, like the price of a thing sold. I don't think this is a good translation. First consideration, I commented that is not the word, I believe, fitting to the text. Okay. .65 .465 Okay. 465 بدل إجارة عروضاً ياخد مكيلات يا موزونات ياخد عدديات متقاربة olduğu halde miktarıyla beraber vasfını dahi beyan etmek lazım kelur. Article is a little bit long. I will read once more this first part. 465 bedeli icare, if bedel for icare, urudan, if it is stuff, material things, urudan, yahut mekilat, or things which are measured with cups, like liter. Okay? Ya mevzunat, or measured by wazn, by weighing scale. Yahut, or adadiyati mutaqariba, near to each other numbers, countable things near to each other, like soap of bar, soap of bar of chocolate, a bar of soap. I mean, things which are like bread. Okay? If that is olduğu halde, if that is the case, bedel is either urud, art, stuff, or measurable by cups, or weighable by scale, or near to each other type of countable materials, miqdariyle, the amount needs to be stated, the amount, together with that, vasfını dahi beyan etmek lazım gelir. It is necessary to state quality, what kind. So, if bedeli icare is urud, miqdar is necessary, miqdar, the quantity and quality, both together, necessary, needs to be stated if bedel is urud, stuff, measurable by cups, or weighable, measurable by scale, weight, or countable but near to each other type of bars, if that is the case. Continuing, article is continuing. وَالنَّقْلِ mahal ve meunete muhtaç olan şeylerde, if transportation of them, transporting, taking that from one place to another, needs a place, mahal ve meunet, needs some expenses, some burden, her nerede teslimi şart kılınırsa, when it needs to be delivered, the place, where the place needs to be delivered, orada ifa olunmak lazım gelir. It is necessary to be delivered in the place agreed upon, if stuff needs to be transferred. Okay? Ve mekanı ifa beyan olunmadığı takdirde, if mekan of ifa, delivery mekan, place, is not stated, needs to be transferred, but the place is not stated, if not, delivery place is not stated, me'cur, eğer akar ise o akarın olduğu mahalle, whatever rented or hired, leased, if that is a akar, immovable, like building, if it is, then o akarın olduğu mahalde, delivery will be done in the place where akar is there, that immovable building is there. Ve eğer amel ise, if the action is hired, a person to do an action, a work, because icar isticar covers that. Ecirin ameli ifa ettiği yerde, then that will be where ecir is doing amel, doing action. Like ecir, the one who is hired to do the job, this person is doing job over there. At the end, bedel, money or whatever to be given, must be given that in that place where ecir is. Ecir, hired person, hired thing, leased thing. Ve eğer hamule ise, if something is load to be carried, hamule, load to be carried, ücretin lazım olduğu mekanda ifası lazım gelir. In that case, wherever ücret becomes necessary to be paid, in that place, hamula, price, needs to be given as hamula to the person. Ama haml ve meuneti olmayan şeylerde dilediği yerde alır. But if there is no need of haml, carrying, no burden, no load carrying expenses burden is needed, if that is the case, then dilediği yerde alır. This person will get his money or whatever that thing is any place he wants. Too long, but this is what it is. Let me read once more whole text before going to English. Article 465. Madde. Bedeli icare, uruzdan, yahut mekilat, ya mevzunat, yahut adediyat-ı mutekaribeden olduğu halde, miktarıyla beraber vasfını dahi beyan etmek lazım gelir. Ve nakli, mahal ve meunete muhtaç olan şeylerde her nerede teslim şart kılınır ise orada ifa olunmak lazım gelir. Ve mekanı ifa beyan olunmadığı takdirde mecbur eğer hakar ise o hakarın olduğu mahalde ve eğer amel ise ecirin ameli ifa ettiği yerde ve eğer hamule ise ücretin lazım olduğu mekanda ifası lazım gelir. Ama haml ve meuneti olmayan şeylerde dilediği yerde alır. Yes. Four 65. If the consideration, badal, for the letting is composed of merchandise, aruz, or things measured, makilat, or things weighed, mevzunat, or things numbered, which are alike, adadiyat mutaqariba, it is necessary to declare the description as well as the quantity. And as regards things which require expense and loading for transport. Loading for transport must be mentioned first, expense must be after, according to text. If there is a condition to deliver them anywhere, they must be delivered at that place. Which condition? And in case the place of delivery has not been declared, if the things hired is immovable property, if the things rented, not hired, today's English, is immovable property, it must be delivered at the place where the immovable property is. And if it is work, at the place where the work of the hired man is given. where hired man is doing the work. Okay? And if it is for loading, it must be given at the place where the hire became payable. But as regards things not wanting expense, not needing expense and carriage, yes, it must be just other way around. Not needing carriage, carrying, then loading expense. Because hamle mentioned before me'unat in the text. Once more I am reading this last part. But as regards things not wanting expense and carriage, this is the text here, he takes them where he wishes. Okay, we will continue inshallah. Now, Fasl Thani. These were, we are in 66. This is Fasl. Fasl Awwal. This was Fasl Awwal. Now we are in Fasl Thani. Thani. Second fasl. Ücretin sebebi lüzumuna ve acirin ücrete keyfiyeti istihkakına dair olan mesail beyanındadır. This fasl is sub ücret, ücretin of ücret sebebi lüzumuna, sebep lüzumuna, ve acirin ücrete keyfiyeti istihkakına ve acirin istihkakına dair mesail. Some more. So you know ücret, pay or bedel or money. Sebep, you know sebep, cause. Sebep, reason, cause. Lüzum, needs, necessary. Lazime, lüzum. Lüzum. Sebep lüzum. You know acil, who is renter, gives away, leases something out. Acil, you know. You know this word. كيفية 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 how كيف how okay this is كيف this is كا I forgot this part استحقاق okay, let me write here is استحقاق from حق حق استحقاق to be able right of getting استحقاق so this second chapter subchapter ücretin sebebi lüzumuna about the factor, the cause of ücrets being necessary. When ücret becomes necessary, why? Legal sebep. Okay? Acirin ücrete keyfiyeti istihkakına. Acir, when he becomes ücrete istihkak, how he becomes having right to have ücret, to get ücret. About this. So, 6.6 for 6.6. عقد mutlak ile ücret lazım olmaz. Okay. Akd mutlak ile ücret lazım olmaz. Good. I will erase this part, perhaps. Ücret, paying rent, paying money, bedel, giving aruz, if it is aruz, does not become lazim, necessary, does not become lazim by aqd mutlaq. Aqd mutlaq. عقد مطلق عقد you know contract مطلق comes from طلق like طلاق divorce أطلق خرج أخرج مطلق اسم مفعول أطلق أطلق يطلق يطلق divorce, talaq, in English divorce, but in its real meaning is to release. To release. That meaning also is existed in the word divorce in English. I divorced myself from this problem. That means like I am away from that or something like that, I believe. As I read, the word divorce have almost same meaning with mutlaq. So here, atlaqa, released. Released. Mutlaq, released. Aqd mutlaq, mutlaq aqd means having no condition, no requirement. No requirement. Sorry, no restricting, qualifying thing. Opposite of aqd mutlaq is aqd muqayyad. Muqayyad, qaid, tied. Contracts with tied, like this type of contract with some qualifying sentences. Aqd mutlaq, just general aqd. Aqd which has no attachments here and there, no ties, no restraining, no qualifying this way, that way, no restrictions. Okay? Now we are speaking about ijara. The article says aqd mutlaq ile ücret lazım olmaz. Ücret does not become lazım by aqd mutlaq. Very interesting, very good. What that means? You are renting someone something or hiring a person for an action. At the end of that hire, that lease, actually you are providing or benefiting, getting benefit, fructus, fruit. So when ujrat becomes binding? When? Not by just contract. Work needs to be done. Benefit needs to be there. Because aqd mutlaq, just contract, does not have any, it is beginning, it's a word, does not have benefit. Benefit did not begin. The person did not live in that house, did not move into that house. Or work did not begin to work. That is, so aqd mutlaq does not necessitate the ujrat. 466. Hire does not become payable by a contract, by unconditional general contract, must be said, which contains no stipulation. Yes, no stipulation, aqd mutlaq. That is to say, the payment of hire is not immediately necessary when the contract of hire only is made. This is like explanation. This is like explanation. Okay. Okay, yeah, that is explanation also included. Let me read that part. Akde mutlak ile ücret lazım olmaz. Yani mücerret icare münakit olduğu gibi hemen bedeli icarenin teslimi lazım gelmez. When akd is done, it is not immediately necessary to give bedel, to pay the money. Because manfaat, benefit, is not there at the beginning. Let me read once more this English part. 466. Hire does not become payable by a contract which contains no stipulation, mutlaq, that is to say, the payment of hire is not immediately necessary. Payment of hire, payment of rent, anything. When the contract of hire or rent is made, that time is not necessary. Okay. Four 67. تعجيل إلى أجرة لازم كالور. اوكي. تعجيل إلى أجرة لازم جلور كالور. تعجيل 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 from عجلة. from عجلة. عجلة hurry. عجلة عجل عجل يعجل يعجل عجل. تعجيل to make hurry, to let someone do it in a hurry. تعجيل إلى أجرة لازم كالور. Very short article. 467. If ujrat is given in a hurry, ta'jil, rush, ujrat that time becomes lazim. What we discussed before, at the beginning, you agreed ujrat is not necessary to pay that time. But if somebody by himself gives ujrat to other side, ajala in a hurry, before work is done, before contract, the guy gets in or whatever, that time ujrat becomes lazim, binding. What that means, it is paid, he cannot get back because it was his right to wait. He gave up with his action, his right, he gave him. It is already agreed. So he volunteered ahead of time to give what he promised to be given at the end. So he gave up his right to delay. He cannot ask him, give me back the money, something you don't own. You know, in fiqh, there is ownership. There is money owned by the person, then he himself gave to other person owns him. It is not still trust, like amana, like protection, like no, owns him. he has no more ownership on that. So he cannot ask back to be given back something he is no more owner. Okay? 467. By payment in advance, English, hire becomes irrevocable. That is to say, if the person who takes a thing on rent pays the rent in cash, and the latter becomes the owner of it, the hirer cannot afterwards demand it back. I am lost. Because the terminologies and things like that, I'm not sure how correct this translation is. This is a small article here. This is 67, yeah. I am reading 67. Okay, by payment in advance, ta'jil, okay, hire becomes irrevocable. Explanation really, that is not the translation. Ujret becomes lazim, necessary. That is what it is. But hire becomes irrevocable. We are not speaking about irrevocability of the contract. No. I think that is to say, if the person who takes a thing on rent pays the rent in cash, he gives, the latter becomes the owner of it, the one who leased away the owner. He becomes owner of that paid money. The hirer, the one who leased, paid the money ahead of time, the hirer cannot afterwards demand it back. Almost the concept the same, but translation I cannot agree that much with the translation. I think I will conclude at this point.
Now, could you read the text from one more time?
Which one?
From, the last one.
Arabic?
Yes, sir.
تعجيل إلى أجرة لازم تلور. تعجيل makes أجرة لازم.
Tajil rushing the guy to do the job, or
no. Ujrat. We are speaking about ujrat. Ujrat money. If somebody
insists on giving the money,
somebody is giving ahead of time ujrat, that ujrat becomes necessary, not voluntarily given, binding, cannot get back. This is what I understood. Yani müstecir bir veci peşin ücreti teslim etse, acir ana malik olup, ba'dahu müstecir ani istirdad edemez. If somebody, like continued, if the person who is renting for himself a house gives the money before to other guy, then he cannot ask him, give me back. This is what, same thing. Okay, 460.